Hello everyone, this is the Gridiron Review with our AFC East offseason preview. The New York Jets, despite a lot of controversy at the quarterback position, still finished 7-10. They need to re-sign some of the offensive linemen they're losing or replace them. Otherwise, it's a lot of depth. They just re-signed Quincy Williams. Players like Solomon Thomas and Lamarcus Joyner could be valuable depth pieces moving forward. A couple of free agent targets: Azeez Al-Shaair, the linebacker from San Francisco. He had a lot of potential, but injuries have messed his progression up. Taylor Rapp could be a replacement at safety. A couple of draft fits: John Michael Schmitz, the center from Minnesota; Drew Sanders, a linebacker from Arkansas; or Christopher Smith II, the safety from Georgia. The ideal all season for the Jets is get a good quarterback. Don't overpay for Aaron Rodgers. It seems like that deal is just about done. No more than one first, and if you can even do less than that by sending someone like maybe Elijah Moore in the deal, would be amazing for the Jets. Otherwise, you need to add some wide receiver depth, figure out if the tight ends you sign in free agency are worth it, and shore up what has been a pretty good defense. The second of three teams in the AFC East that has maybe some quarterback controversy is New England Patriots. They're losing some key contributors like Damian Harris, Jacoby Myers, Isaiah Wynn, Miles Bryant, Jonathan Jones, Devin McCourty retired, Jabril Peppers. A couple of free agent targets. They need another wide receiver. DJ Chark could be someone they look at. Mike McGlinchey from San Francisco, or Jesse Bates at safety, because they are now no free safeties on the team. Draft fits for them, it's probably a wide receiver, although they won't do it. Zay Flowers and Jordan Addison would add pieces to their room that they're missing. Or if they want to go linebacker, Drew Sanders is probably an offensive lineman, as it always is. Keys to free agency for New England: trade for a wide receiver if you're not going to draft. DeAndre Hopkins would be a great veteran guy for Mac Jones to throw to. If you don't like Mac Jones, trade him for a haul to the Raiders or something and roll with, we guess, Bailey Zappi. But you need to add someone, maybe a reunion with Brandon Cooks. And then you need to address the linebacker room and now the secondary a little bit. The Marcus Jones and Mac Jones duo played pretty well, but you could probably use another corner. The first year under Mike McDaniel was pretty successful with Miami, even though they had the same record they did with Flores. The offense clearly took a step forward with Tyreek Hill, but they are losing Raheem Mostert, Jeff Wilson, Myles Gaskin, not that he was important, but a lot of running back pieces. Mike Gesicki, Andrew Van Ginkel, Landon Roberts, and Eric Rowe, among some other people that made the team last year. A couple of free agent targets. They need to find a very high-end backup for Tua Tagovailoa after they pick up his fifth-year option. Carson Wentz is an option. We know he's the butt of a joke and he didn't do well in Washington, but he's certainly better than some other backups. Basically fill in the blank with one of the veteran guys that are out there right now. Also, a running back, a higher-end running back, maybe someone like Kareem Hunt, or whoever is made available. And then lastly, if Gesicki's out, you need a replacement tight end, especially with Hunter Long being traded in the Jalen Ramsey deal. So Dalton Schultz or a lower end guy like Foster Moreau would be great. Some draft targets for the Dolphins: Hendon Hooker or one of the other third round-ish guys. Hooker is reportedly acing the pre-draft process, so he might go higher than third. Someone like Stetson Bennett, Clayton Tune, someone in that range would be great to back up Tua. And then if you do not pick up a running back in free agency, a guy like Israel Abanikanda could really transform and be a younger version of Raheem Mostert. Maybe not quite as fast, but a home run threat. Or Cameron Latu, the tight end from Alabama. Keys to the offseason: they forfeited their first round picks, so you got to hit on your day 2 and day 3 picks. You got to figure out the quarterback. We know you picked up the fifth-year option on Tua, but one more concussion and he might retire. So a young backup may be ideal. Maybe even two guys, a young backup and a veteran. Kind of similar to what they did with Bridgewater and Skylar Thompson, but better in both aspects. And then you need more running backs. The wide receivers are set. You need to figure out if you're going to value tight end at all. And just continue under McDaniel. He seems to be a great hire, and we look forward to seeing how the offense continues under him. The Buffalo Bills once again saw heartbreak in the playoffs. Josh Allen played most of the second half of the season with an injured elbow and still played pretty well, although his turnovers did increase. Was that because of Brian Daboll being gone? Was that because of the injury? Next year we'll probably find out. Stephon Diggs is being a diva again, so you have to see if he's going to stay with the team or not. And then otherwise, you have some pretty big names in free agency: Devin Singletary, Roger Saffold, Tremaine Edmonds, and then Jordan Poyer. It doesn't seem like any of them are coming back. Maybe Saffold. In free agency, some targets could be Mecole Hardman. He would add speed that is desperately needed. Dalton Risner Mike Edwards, Von Bell. It's unsure if they're going to be able to afford a high-end safety, so Mike Edwards could be perfect for them. And then different draft fits. Roschon Johnson would pair very well with James Cook with a power-speed combo. Johnson's one of our most underrated running backs. We know his combine 40 wasn't great, but his 10-yard split was, and he showed really good hands. Jack Campbell, linebacker out of Iowa, or Deonte Banks, corner from Maryland. The ideal offseason is you add weapons for Josh Allen, you add to the line to protect him, and you add a running back, not a first-round running back, but a running back to take the pressure off of him. He tries to play Superman because sometimes, and most of the time, he's had to, but you've got to let him run less and throw more, and hopefully that'll lead to more success. And you have to help out your secondary. It got torched at the end of the season, so look for that to be addressed as well.